This is DK Guides, and here's how to spend a week in southern Spain, Andalusia. This is the trip we'll be having for the next 7 days, starting from Malaga and ending back there, making the full circle around Andalusia's most beautiful spots. You can find the link to this trip's map in the description below. As soon as we landed in Malaga, we rented a car and went on our way to Nerja. Nerja is a small coastal city with a real nice beach and a cool view spot called Balcón de Europa. We spent a few hours here at the beach, ate some paella in a local restaurant which I highly recommend, and went up to the Balcón de Europa and enjoyed the view. Nerja was a really cool stopover in our journey and a great start. We quickly got back to our car and went on our way to Granada. We were already a bit behind schedule, so we quickly settled in and went out to explore the city. As soon as we went out, the narrow streets with cool shops that sell jade, clothes and herbs gave off the best Mediterranean vibes. The Arabic influence from centuries ago was still clearly visible. We found a popular local tapas place and dug in. We ate literally everything on the menu, and the waiter had to make sure we aren't crazy several times, but in the end, we only paid 10 euros each. So cheap and tasty. I'm already in love with the city. We woke up the next day to this stunning view, the famous Alhambra Palace. This architectural masterpiece from the 13th century is our next stop, but first, we gotta have some breakfast. We ate tostadas that were hands down the best toast I've ever eaten. You could easily tell the ingredients are as fresh as they can be. I highly recommend you all to come here if you ever visit Granada. Before going in Alhambra, we had to check out this cool view spot that has a full view of the palace. After walking through beautiful streets, we finally made it to Alhambra. This palace is massive and there were new details to fall in love with all around. The architecture is stunning and very detailed. The more you know about its history, the more you understand the beauty behind it. So definitely do some research before you visit this masterpiece. We're not going to get into the history of it in this video, but let us know if you'd like to see more of it in another video. Granada made us all question whether any other place will top this experience we've just had here. But that was until we visited Caminito del Rey. We went on a guided tour here in this beautiful walkway over a canyon, which was only 20 euros. The walkway is 1 meter in width and rises over 100 meters above the river below. The walkway was closed for over a decade, and after extensive renovations, it reopened in 2015. It has been described as the world's most dangerous walkway following 5 deaths. Hearing this during the tour made me almost paralyzed, but it was still one of the best experiences of my life. The next day we spent the whole day in Cordoba. Cordoba was so far the hottest place on earth I've ever been, reaching temperatures of 40 degrees. At first, we just walked around the city and took a look around the streets of Cordoba. We walked over the famous Puente Romano, or the Roman Bridge of Cordoba. The view and the vibes there were crazy. Right next to it was the Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba. We immediately had to go in, since the Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba shows the city's historical significance. This cathedral and former mosque was constructed in 785 AD on the orders of Abd al-Rahman I, who is the founder of the Islamic Emirate and later Caliphate of Cordoba. After looking more deeply into its history, you can see how this place is magnificent inside and out. After spending well around an hour inside, it was time to go. However, this mosque cathedral is something you should not miss if you're in Spain, let alone Cordoba. After walking around more in the city, we came across a street with Cordoba's authentic patios. It is known that ancient Roman and Greek inhabitants of Cordoba used to build their houses with a central patio and decorate it with water fountains, plants, and trees. This helped keep local homes even cooler and more sheltered from the hot sun. Soon after, the patio started being decorated with flowers, and in 1918, The first Patios festival took place in Cordoba, which still continues to this day. To top everything off, we went to this beautiful restaurant inside the patio and ate this delicious salmorejo soup. I had never eaten a cold soup and I loved it. We also ate some seafood, including calamari, and drank some sangria with it as well. They were all amazing. That was all for Cordoba, and we had to go back home to sleep because we had the biggest city ahead of us, Seville. This was the first part of our two-part Andalusia series. Please like this video if you enjoyed. If you'd like to be one of the first people to know when we upload the second part, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We hope to see you in the next one.